But I made this weekend.
Not quite yet.
Yes, granddaughter.
Welcome to the 19th session of the Communication Reports and Council Oversight Committee. We are in the West Hawaii Civic Center. It's May 4th, 2026, and it is 1:30 p.m. Present here in Kona are Councilmembers Kagiwara, Eustis, Kaniuli, Kleinfelder, Villegas, Kimball, and Inaba, and I'm the chair of this committee, Michelle Galimba. And I believe we can read the one item. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. And in Hilo, Councilmember Nishi and Councilmember Kirkowitz will be joining us shortly, I believe. Oh, dear. Okay. Statements from the public. If any.
Thank you, Committee Chair Galimba. We do not have any statements from the public, so I will just read in Communication 871, and if you don't mind. But you
Please
don't.
do.
Communication 871, requested presentation by the Small Business Administration on the economic injury disaster recovery loans available for those impacted by the Kona low storm and Hilo fires from Councilmember Jennifer Kagiwara dated April 24, 2026.
Chair, motion to close file in Communication 871.
Been moved by Councilmember Kagiwara and seconded by Councilmember Eustis to close file on Communication 871. Councilmember Kagiwara.
Thank you, Chair. So we have Mr. Maurice Fisher here today from the Small Business Association, Administration. Gosh, I knew that was the wrong word. Small Business Administration to talk to us and just to help get the word out about the loan program they have, both for the Hilo downtown fires that happened, but also specifically for the damage done by the two Kona low events over here. So I want to bring Mr. Fisher up so he can tell us about what they have to offer. Please, Mr. Fisher, introduce yourself and press the button there, the green button on the bottom of the mic. You see, yeah, press that. And then go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about the program, please.
Hello, everybody. Oh, okay. All right. My name is Maurice Fisher. I'm a public affairs specialist with the Small Business Administration. I'm accompanied by my co-worker, Philip Walls, who's also a public affairs specialist. And first off, I want to thank you for allowing me the time to come sit here in G-Hall with you. That's an East Texas term for sit down and visit. So I thought I'd impart a little bit of Texas knowledge on y'all while I was here. I have passed out some of the flyers that we have. I'm not going to be like my Baptist preacher. He'd always say, I'm not going to keep you long. And now that 11 o'clock at 1:30, we were finally getting out of church. So what I want to do is just go over a couple things that we're really focusing on. As far as the fact sheets, we have one that's for the downtown Hilo fire, which is the Declaration 21475. I don't really believe that's going to really affect a majority of people. It's very select as to who that's going to affect. So I won't spend a lot of time on that, but you have that for your own knowledge right there, that form right there. The declaration that myself and Mr. Walls are currently working on, or are hard working on, is Declaration 21519 and 21520, which has to do with the low Kona storm floods, the mudslide that occurred March 10th through March 24th. And our big push as public affairs specialists is we want to get out there and beat the drum about SBA and what SBA can do for small businesses, nonprofits, religious groups, as well as homeowners and renters as well. And you'll see on there the type of disaster loans that are available, the business physical disaster loans, economic injury disaster loans, as well as home disaster loans. And these rates, home loans are as low as 2.87. The business loans are as low as 4%, and nonprofits is 3.62. Now, what Mr. Walls and I really want to do, again, we want to push this message out, and we believe the best way to push that message out is to come sit down and talk with the county, you know, I always say county commissioners, because that's what we have in Texas, but the,
County Council.
yeah, with you people today, because we can't get the word out by ourselves. And what we've done is, other than talk to you, because myself and Mr. Walls have met with a couple of you all already. Matter of fact, I think the first day or second day we had touched the ground here in Hilo. And we've been blitzing medias, local nonprofits, and different business owners to make sure that they're aware of the low interest loans that SBA has. And a lot of people, you know, what we do run into from time to time is, well, you know, I really don't want to apply for the loan, and you know, I don't need another loan, and you know, I understand that, but I would hate for anybody to miss out on this opportunity of these small business administration loans. SBA is a main provider, you know, a main backbone for small businesses. But again, that's not just businesses as well, that's nonprofits, homeowners, and renters as well. And you'll see the different breakdowns of what they qualify for. For business loans, they get at low limit loan business loans up to $2 million. Same for business loan ceilings, and home loans as much as $500,000. Now you don't have to request all that. You know, it's what you need. But I just want everybody to know what is available for them. Not knowing when we landed, you know, I never, until I got here, I just thought Hawaii was Hawaii. I knew there were different islands. I didn't know about Hilo. And since I've been here, I mean, I love it. I love it. It's a whole lot different than Honolulu, a whole lot different. So I really enjoy it. Because this county, Hawaii County, is so large, myself and my partner, Philip Walls, we have split the districts up. And am I correct? Nine districts? Am I correct in that?
There are 9. Yeah.
So what I've done, I'm stationed in Hilo. My partner, he's stationed here in the Kona area. So I'm taking districts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's got 6, 7, 8, and 9. We want to be your main point of contact for questions, anything you may have, or you know, putting us on to somebody who has questions about these disaster loans. We want to be here for them. We really, and I can't stress to you enough how much we really want to push this message out. And of course, we'll keep reaching out to media and them as well. But any way, shape, or form that you can help us push this message out would be greatly appreciated. Am I forgetting anything, Phil? Like I said, I want to keep it short and sweet. That's me. Any questions, me?
Thank you, Mr. Fisher. Yeah, we'll see if people have questions. I just have, I think, one to start, which is just so, can you just explain if we find somebody or if we talk to somebody who is potentially interested, what should they do?
What I'll do is we'll leave some business cards here as well. They can reach out to us, and we can get them turned in the right direction. You know, good thing about this declaration, located in Hilo is a BRC, which is a business recovery center. And then, of course, out this way, there's like 3 or 4 different DLOCs. Where they can go in, and the CRSs that are there will help them start the paperwork and complete the paperwork. They can go online to the SBA disaster site and everything, but that one-on-one touch, go into the center, and we got addresses. I believe I sent that email out to everybody, the different addresses. We really want those to get taken advantage of, because I mean, they're there to help the people fill out their paperwork. So it's one and done. They fill the paperwork out, fill out correctly, and they're good to go.
Okay, so the places you have offices are Hilo, Kona, and then is that it? Or okay, thank you. So we'll try to, yeah, have that information for people as they go out. And I just wanted to clarify, you said small businesses, nonprofits, homeowners, and renters?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. All right.
We don't want anybody to miss out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fisher. I yield to see if anybody else wants to ask questions.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, thank you. Just
Wait.
thank you again for meeting with me. I didn't really have a question, but I just wanted to make sure my colleagues knew, you know, with federal funding, particularly loans for repairs, there are other programs that are limited in terms of what you can use those funds for, just build back to what was. can you clarify, the conversation that we had was that these loan programs could also be used for building back with additional resilience? So it doesn't have to be build back to exactly what was there. There, you can actually do a little bit more.
We're talking about the mitigation portion?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I heard you correctly. I'm sorry. I got my hearing aids in. I got an echo going here and there. Mitigation. The great thing about mitigation is the fact that they can build that particular area back up, if not as same was, better as it was. They can take the necessary precautions when they're building to mitigate any future disaster in that particular area. I've recently learned, and I never knew it was such a thing, but as a lava zone, I never knew what that was until I came to Hawaii. And I understand some of those people are, in a different world and everything, but yeah, mitigation is a great thing to have.
And as I recall from our discussion, so if we're talking about a property that was damaged by the flood, you can build back with mitigation measures, not only around flooding, but also hurricanes or earthquakes or any of the other sort of natural disasters that might impact that entity. So it's a really flexible program. It's unusual compared to some of the other programs out there. So make sure you share that with your constituents. Thank you.
I'll read this mitigation portion real quick. We good?
Sure, go ahead. You wanted to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
If your loan application is approved, you may be eligible for additional funds to cover the costs of improvements that will protect your property against future damage. Examples of improvements include retaining walls, seawalls, sump pumps. Mitigation loan money would be like an addition in the amount of the approved loan, but may not exceed 20% of the total amount of physical damage to real property, including leasehold improvements and personal property as verified by SBA to a maximum of $500,000 for home loans. So that's a little bit of good information to know there too.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Seeing no other questions, all in favor of closing file on communication 859, thank you. 871, closing file on communication 871-26. Please say aye. So motion carries with 9 ayes, and that is the last item on this committee's agenda. And we will be convening again shortly for the next committee. Thank you so much.